So here I am, out to record a video about scoping out landscape photography locations. Doesn't matter about the weather, the value is just getting up there, framing your compositions up, all that good stuff. And I was second guessing actually getting out of the car because it is a mess up here at Buttermere today. I've never actually been here when it's been so grey and gross. Now, if you're watching this clip, it means I did actually get out there and film a video. The quality of this video, who knows? But I'm going to get out there and at least try and film something anyway. And that is the whole point, because it's supposed to clear up later on. If it clears up as I'm on top of the hill, on the far end of Buttermere, up at high style, then fantastic. If it doesn't, I've had a nice walk regardless. I might be a bit wet, but it's all good.
The best thing that you can do to improve your landscape photography is to scope out your subjects ahead of time.
It really is that simple.
Now, the weather today is not looking very good for landscape photography, yet I am out. I'm up in the hills, I'm scoping out opportunities here in Buttermere in the Lake District. Am I crazy?
Nope.
Here are 3 reasons why visiting what you want to shoot ahead of time will transform your landscape photography results. 1. Getting set up. When you are tired from walking or driving to your photography location and suddenly the light starts kicking off and you're panicked, you're opening your tripod, you're getting set up, well, you're never going to find the best composition that you otherwise would if you'd been to that location before and scouted it out. Getting to your location ahead of time allows you to set things up for success either later that day or on another visit. This is important because after the location and then the conditions you find yourself in, your composition is what takes your photos from good to great. And what I mean by that is that an average photographer with the right location and some amazing weather and light can take a somewhat random composition in that environment and make a decent photo, a good photo. But if you're serious about going from good to great, then your composition must be on point. And you're much more likely to both find these compositions that will take your photos from good to great and also uncover brand new original compositions if you've been to your location previously. 2. Getting there safely. Scoping out your location in the day means that you can more comfortably travel there, perhaps in the dark.
If you're anything like me, you're always after that soft light from either a sunset or a sunrise.
And obviously either side of that, when you're traveling to or from your location, it's going to be dark. I've been on countless shoots in the past 4 or 5 months that I've been doing landscape photography more seriously, where I've not been 100% focused on my composition, getting the shot, and creating the best photo, because I was either concerned about getting to the location in the dark, or I'm panicking about getting down, especially from mountain locations that I'm unfamiliar with in the dark after a sunset. So, scoping out your shot ahead of time massively raises your confidence that you're going to get to the location without any issues. And this one thing has been really important for me in my progression in landscape photography. Because I am capable of getting up on a hill in the dark or down from a mountain in the dark, I've taken more original photos in the past few months than what most landscape photographers who spend most of their time shooting from the roadside will ever accomplish. It's not rocket science. If you go to more interesting places that other landscape photographers haven't managed to reach, you're going to get more interesting photos than most landscape photographers ever managed to get. 3. Getting happy. Getting outside isn't just good for your photography.
It's good for your soul.
Now, I obviously want to go out and get some great photos, but by scoping out my shots, by getting out more often than I otherwise would if I was waiting for the perfect weather, I'm unintentionally getting out and walking 2, 3 times more than I would otherwise. And think of it like this. Unless you're a pro and you're making tons of money from your landscape photography and you're watching this video, that is probably not you. You're doing landscape photography as a fun hobby. Now, AI is coming. Within the next few months or even a year at tops, AI is going to be able to recreate any landscape with any criteria of light, weather, time of year, sunset, sunrise, and it's probably going to artificially create a much better landscape photo than you or I are going to be physically capable of creating. So what is left from your landscape photography other than the photo itself, that digital image? Well, it's the adventure, it's the travels, it's the excitement of being in the right place at the right time to capture that image yourself. It's being outside, it's being too hot, it's being too cold. It's climbing that big hill or mountain It's witnessing that amazing sunrise with your very own eyes. This is good for your soul. And so, if scoping out a shot ahead of time gets you to amazing locations more than once, then I think that is a massive win in of itself. Who knows, maybe you grab a photograph on what you think is a recon walk to your location that ends up being a superb photograph in its own right.
I tend to find that nature rewards the landscape photographers that get out there and at least attempt to appreciate it.